just what can you sort of say about the way you guys have been playing here and really just the night that you had for yourself? Do you ever just feel like you're just that on?
I mean, yeah, that was a really good team win for us. Obviously we're a better team, so it's more of like it could be a trap game, so that was good. We came out, played an okay first, but then in the second we kind of took off, so it's a good win for us.
Look, I know it's about the team, but do you have that in your mind that record there that Patty has is in striking distance for you, and does that motivate you?
Yeah, of course. The better I do, the better the team does, so of course I want that record, and I'm going to be here for a lot of years, so I'd like to break it this year, but who knows? We'll see what happens.
What's it like with the way your unit on the power play is really starting to find mojo, some groove there?
Yeah, I mean we gotta keep working. We're in an okay spot right now. We were slumping for a bit, and we've had good few games here, but we're gonna have to pick it up for playoffs. So I don't know, just keep going. We're getting comfortable with Timo, and I think he's starting to find his way a bit.
Does it make a difference to you whether you finish first or second in the division?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you want to win your division, but, everyone in this room is probably either way. We just got to go out. We're going to play a good team in the playoffs no matter what. And, I think a lot of guys would be really excited to play the Rangers. And so, yeah, I mean, we can't really control what we can do, but, we got 3 more hockey games, and we'd like to win them all.
John, first time in your career, 3-point night. I mean, what was sort of going well for you and just for the team as a whole tonight?
Yeah, like I said before, I think everyone's just contributing out there, making plays, playing with confidence, playing as a 5-man unit out there. And, when you do that, it's a lot more fun.
What is it like right now knowing that there's only a couple games left? Do you feel that you guys are getting to that next level, and is this sort of an indication of that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every game you want to get, stick to your game a lot more for playoffs, be ready for that. And, the standings are still pretty close, too. So, we know every point matters, and, you take every game just as serious.
Was Eric waving to you after he scored that goal?
I think I was more thanking him. Yeah.
Anybody else?
With Carolina, you're staying close to Carolina. You're within the point of them. How important is it to overtake them in the last 3 games?
Yeah, that'd be huge. I mean, you want every advantage possible going into the playoffs. So, I mean, if it goes that way, that'd be great. If it doesn't, we'll deal with it then. Now we're just taking one game at a time.
But don't you want to play the Rangers?
I'm sure everyone wants to see that, right? Yeah, that'd be fun. But, yeah, I mean, whatever happens, happens.
John, just want to get your perspective on how Jack played tonight. Just really took it to another level.
Yeah, I mean, he's been great for us the whole year, and to see him tonight, get rewarded for that, and have the kind of night that he did, speaks to his character about how he brings it every game, and I did that tonight, and he's been doing it for us all year.
Puck goes off the post, that close to the hat trick. I still get 40, so I guess you can't be too bad of a night.
Yeah, I mean, when the score is 8-1, it's probably, there's never a good time to miss those, but probably a better time than some other nights where it's a tight game. So, yeah, obviously tough to miss one like that, but those I think we can be happy over the way we played. Those games aren't always easy. They're missing a bunch of guys over there, and yeah, we managed it well. And yeah, now it's turn the page, and we got to face a good team now with Boston, and we got to make sure really dialed in on our details.
Safe to say you feel more comfortable with this team out there on the ice, tendencies, characteristics.
Yeah, game by game, feeling better and getting more with the system, more familiar and everything. So it's important to keep working on it. And we got 3 more games here before playoff starts, and then you want to be perfect and ready to go. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Circumstances being what they are, but still 2 power play goals, something you're trying to get going. How big can that be for you guys moving forward?
Yeah, we've been working on the power play, so it's definitely nice to score some goals on the power play and kind of gain some confidence there too. And that's also with knowing how we complement each other and how we what spots we go to. So we keep working on it. But yeah, it's nice to get some goals on the power play for sure.
Do you like kind of rotating from that kind of bumper, that net front, just finding that loose ice?
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, just being interchangeable. I think if you look at it from a PK side, that makes it tough for the guys defending. And yeah, so you got to be interchangeable and have certain plays, obviously, but then yeah, play off each other.
How about the play of Jack right now? Obviously, the 2 goals, obviously makes the pass to set up that.
Yeah, we all know how good of a player he is and the plays he makes, and you got to be ready because he'll find you through sticks and skates. And yeah, made a real nice pass there, and a really solid game by him.
Is there a way you appreciate it more when he's your teammate and you're able to see really the intricate things that he's able to do? It's one thing when he's an opponent versus when you're on the same team.
Yeah, with all these special players, I think the most fun part is to see them work and you know the work they put into this, and you know it's not always just the games, but the stuff that goes on behind the scene, the way they work. So yeah, it's obviously earned the way he's playing, and so it's fun to be around, definitely. And he's still developing. He's still super young, so the sky's the limit for him for sure.
Is your next game against the Bruins, does that really just set you guys up for a really important game coming, even though there's only a couple games left in the season?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game. They're a strong team. We got 4 lines, a solid defenseman, good goalie, so that's going to be a good test for playoffs. So we got to make sure that we play a good game, we play detailed, we play within our system, and yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup for sure.
Thanks,
All right.
team.
Yeah, I know it's 8-1 game. I think it's pointless to even get a scrum. So I mean, we try to protect the players, and like you said, especially it's Nico. So I mean, I think it's our job and duty, to step in there.
What happened on your goal? Obviously, beat Marchenko on the wall and then cut to the net. What did you see in the play?
I just saw open eyes. I tried to take it, and I was closer to the net. I saw I have an opportunity to finish on my own.
Did you see how close it was just getting over the goal?
I did on the bench, and I'm surprised that one wasn't taken away too.
You still have 3 games left, but are you satisfied with the way that this team has rebounded from last year? I know at the beginning of the season you were very emphatic about how you were disappointed with last season. You wanted this season to be better.
I think we're happy, not satisfied, but we're very happy where we're at, and there's still certain areas where we can improve, and we have to improve to be successful in the playoff.
Are you happy with the amount of offense you're generating now? Because I mean, this was the most goals you've had in 4 years.
As a team?
This game.
Yeah, awesome, right? I mean, those games are fun, to play when you see everybody's doing well and everybody's producing. So it was a good night. We were fortunate enough to find a puck in the net.
Well, another day at the office, but your team really came after it in the second. Is that more because of the penalties that you took in the first?
Yeah, I didn't like the way we started the game. I thought they were probably the better team. Worked harder in the first 6-7 minutes, but after that, got our game going.
What do you like about where your line's right now and the way Jack is just producing right now?
Yeah, I think you want some chemistry. You want everybody producing. I got to give their team a lot of credit. They're trying to work as hard as they possibly can, and it's a hard game to really process. How good you were. They've got a ton of injuries. They got a lot of key players out of the lineup. But I can just tell you that from the pre-scout, it was evident how hard they were going to try to work. So good to see us take advantage of the offensive opportunities, get people around the net, beat a team that, with the number of people they had out of the lineup, you should win.
How special is it, 50 wins, the only second team in Devil history to accomplish that, and you're 1 win away from tying the franchise record?
Yeah, great. It's a great accomplishment for our group. It's not something that we focused in on, but we've got it to a point where we're there, and we want to continue to play good hockey. I mean, we're prepping for postseason. We want all our players playing well, and I think as a group, the 22 or 23 guys that we've used have have done a great job, and that it's the reason we're at where we're at.
Can you see a bit of the fire in Jack's eyes to want to get to that, franchise record of 96 points? Can you see that in him?
I don't really focus a lot on that. I didn't even know that was a franchise record, to tell you the truth. So, I think if you play the game the right way, the opportunities will be there. Your opportunities to finish will be there. I said this morning that, our team accomplishments are because of the fact we have a lot of individuals that are having good years, that have pushed themselves past where they were at. Jack's got a lot of fire. He's got a lot of fire to be better. From day one I've been here, first year, second year, third year, the fire to be better has been there. But he's in a group with everybody else who's doing, Nico, Bratter, Dougie from last year to this year. Everybody's trying to up their game. Dawson Mercer, the list really goes on.
What was it like to see Nico stand up for himself at that point, and then also his teammates kind of jump in? It just looked like Nico had enough.
Well, obviously, the guy, I think the guy punched him at least 10 times. And you've got to be able to stand up for yourself. You don't want to getting hurt in that situation, but you do have to stand up for yourself. And that, and I think that the fact that everybody got in there, that's the spirit we need on our team. That's the togetherness we need. That's the stuff that kind of brings you together and says, okay, we're all in.
Timo, roughly at that 20-game mark, what are you seeing from him? I know we sort of talk about it taking maybe about 20 games for someone to adjust. What are you seeing from him, and maybe that first unit of the power play starting to find a bit of their groove now?
Well, again, I think it's anytime you're on a new team, there's adjustments to how the new team plays. I think he's had four or five power play goals now. He's really helped us in that area. I think that, we've had good power plays and some that have not been as good as you like, but I think they're at times they're starting to build a little bit of chemistry. The bigger tests are ahead of us. So, but I like the fact that, we got the opportunity and we took advantage of it tonight, and then we got the next one and we took advantage of that. So in a game that we really needed to win, our special teams did a real good job to get us there.
Lindy, what was the reasoning behind the Siegenthaler scratch? I can't remember if you mentioned that this morning.
Because we're going to use all our bodies. Brendan's been a big part of our team from the start of the year. We don't want him sitting. If he has to go in the lineup and you're sitting for 2 or 3 weeks, it'd be tough to get back in the go. So to get him in, get him a couple games, make sure he's ready. One injury away from him playing. I think the fact that Kevin has played so well has given us that opportunity to spread some of that ice time around. So I had a good conversation with him. I thought the last time he sat out, he came back with even better hockey. So, it's an opportunity to get back in the lineup next game and be a difference maker.
What was your thoughts on the challenge that gave the Blue Jackets their only goal of the game?
I thought, there was contact. The first guy had contact with V's blocker with his stick that, kind of displaced him from the position he wanted to be in. And we knew it was going to be a tough call. A lot of those calls are tough calls, but I like the way we were killing penalties. So if you don't risk it, you'll never know if you can win the challenge. So I thought our guys made the right call on it, and we didn't win. We didn't win the challenge. Disappointing, but we won the game. Thank you.
Lindy.